Okay, so to connect between two servers, you definitely need two servers. So I'm starting this. Okay, already I have connected these two, server one and server two. So let me show it on a different machines. Let's rename these. So I'll rename these ones as server three and server four. So now what I'm trying to do is we are trying to connect the server 3 and server 4 over SSH. Okay. First start these instances. I only want to see which are running. So I filtered them to running mode. So I have two servers now. So let's take this one as your sender who sends the files to other server. So server 4 will be your receiver. Server 4 is your receiver. Server 3 is your sender. Okay. So for that, I want IP address of this machine. I have selected it. Then I'm copying the public IP. I'll go to mobile extem. So here I have set up the server 1 and server 2 earlier. So let me remove that once so that I can create new machines here. Okay. So I click on new session. First piece of information I need is public IP. So I take the public IP. Then I need the PEM file as a second piece of information. So I select this. And this is the PEM file name, right? So you know how to check a PEM file also. So copy this PEM file name. Go here. After selecting this one, you click on the search button and then paste your public IP. Sorry, the PEM file name that you have copied there. So if the PEM file is present already in the current location, you will see a drop down like this and you select the PEM file there. Click on open. So this is selected one piece of information. This is also provided second piece of information. Only two piece of information is what you need for sure. Okay, only two piece. Then this is optional. If you want to give, you may give. If you don't want, you can ignore this one. Giving the name. So while you are giving the name, make sure that you give only two names. Either you will give Ubuntu or you will give EC2-user. Only either of them. And how you will decide which one to give Ubuntu or EC2-user to check. Now this is server 3. Under the instance details AMI, you see the name as Ubuntu 24.04 is the name of the operating system. Hence, the name here also will be Ubuntu only. That is optional number 1. Optional number 2, go to the bookmark settings and give a name to it. So I gave this one as server 3 in my AWS. So I'm giving the same name here also, server 3. Click on OK. Server 3, it is getting connected as you could see. It got connected. It's already connected. Okay. Now let's also connect the server 4, the second one, the receiver end. Go to the new session, select SSH, go to your AWS console. So now this is server 3 and the details are below because that is the one I selected. Now if I select server 4, now server 4 is selected and whatever the details below are seeing are the details of the server 4. And if you notice here, what is the username for this one? It is Amazon Linux. So the username that you will have to use is EC2-user. Correct? So take the public IP first. This is the public IP. And also check the PEM file name. PEM file name is this. Okay. Let's go to mobile extem. paste the public IP first, then go to advanced settings, select use private key, browse it and look for this file name. Copy the file name, paste the file name here. It is not here in this current location. Okay. Sorry. That is the name. If that PEM file was present in this download section, you should have seen a drop down. But it is not there. That means it is not present in this location. It might be present in some other location. So let's check in downloads here. See, now I pasted it again. Now you see a drop down. That means this PEM file is present in this download section, not the other. Okay. So make sure the PEM file that you want to select is correct and make sure that is present in the correct location. Then choose that path under the use private. So two pieces of information confirmed. Public IP, PEM file. Two things always check. Then go to the optional one, name. It should be EC2-user, optional one. Optional two is this name here. It is server 4. Okay. Click on OK. So now it is getting connected. It got connected. Perfect. So let me go to the split mode now. Server 3 on one session and server 4 on another session. Okay. It can see clearly also it is Ubuntu and it is EC2-user. Okay. Right. Now let's say I want to first of all see what is there. Here all zip files are there as you could see. Let me create some sample file here. Okay. So let's do touch Monday synchro is the name of the file I am creating as an Ubuntu user. Clear? Okay. Now if I do ls, you see Monday synchro is present here. File is created, everybody. Even though it's an empty file, it is created. So let's insert some data into Monday synchro. So what data you want to insert? Let's say I want to insert today is Monday. This is the context I want to insert into the file Monday synchro. Why am I using single redirection, guys? Single is to add, double is to delete. Double is to rewrite. You are telling reverse. Single is to rewrite, double is to add. Because now if I'm using single, if Monday synchro had any content earlier, अगर कुछ होता तो Monday synchro के अंदर कुछ होता तो then this line would have been overwriting the existing content because I used a single redirection. If I had used a double redirection, then this line would have been added to whatever existing is there in the Monday synchro file. Clear, everybody? Yes. So now I want to see the content. Huh? Yes, I want to see the content of Monday synchro. So you are able to see the file content in the Monday synchro. Now I want to copy this file Monday synchro into this location. So let us check if we have anything called Monday synchro there. Nothing is there. Java code one folder is there, but there is no file name by Monday synchro, is it? It is not there now. Now I want to send it. So typically if you want to send files from one server to another server, अगर आपको फाइल्स एक सर्वर से दूसरे सर्वर को सेंड करना है, then the command is rsync. You are able to see the text. rsync -a. And I am in the same location where Monday synchro is also there. Earlier I did ls by being in the same location. जो लोकेशन में हूं वही लोकेशन में मैं मंडे सिंक्रो देखा right? इसीलिए directly I am writing rsync minus a Monday synchro directly like this. If I were in a different location, then I would have written the entire path. But as I am in the same location where Monday synchro is there, I'm directly taking the name of Monday synchro. Okay. Now I have to specify where I want to send it. I want to send it to this machine right here. So if I have to send to that machine, what I have to do, I have to copy this, right? I have to copy this and paste it here. Okay. So whatever I copied there, I have pasted it here. Now I have to modify this a little bit because I need an IP address, not the host name. Now this looks like an IP address. Yes. So username is EC2-user. IP address is 172.31.3.0 as we are seeing it here. The location is tilde. What does tilde mean, guys? Anybody can tell me? What is tilde value here? Home. What exactly? Path, complete path. Sandeep, path ఏంటి tilde అంటే? Because the user here present is EC2-user, tilde means /home/EC2-user in this location, in this instance. See, you have written PWD, you got the answer. So instead of me writing /home/EC2-user like this, I simply use tilde. If you want to use the entire path, that's up to you, no problem. This is also right. This is also right. Simple tilde slash is also right. You should know where is the tilde. Okay. Now, Monday synchro should be present inside this location, which means this location. If I do ls here, I should see Monday synchro there. Okay. So to send from one server to other server, we are using rsync, and this is the syntax. So I hit enter. As for the first time I am running this command, it will ask me, are you sure you want to continue connecting or not? So you might say yes. You might say yes. It would say permission denied. Why? Because the receiver EC2-user is not accepting any incoming from this Ubuntu user. That's why it is rejecting. समझ में आया? You are giving something to your neighbor whom you do not know. They also don't know you. Will they take anything you give? They will not. Same is happening here also. EC2 is user is the neighbor to Ubuntu. It is not, he does not know. EC2-user does not know who is Ubuntu. That's why he's rejecting. So now let's connect both of them. So to connect both of them, first you need to create the identity of this user. Ubuntu user का identity बनाना है. Sender Ubuntu है, so उसी का identity बनाना है, right? So the command is ssh-keygen without any spaces, without any capitals. ssh-keygen. लिखना है, फिर you have to hit enter 3 times. One. So after you do this, what it is asking? It is saying that generating a public and a private ED25519 key pair. ED25519 is the format in which the key pair is getting generated. Okay. And it is asking enter the file in which you want to save the key. Which file you want to save the key, it is asking. By default, it is saving in this location. If you want to change that path, then give a value here. But if you don't want to change the path, which I would generally suggest, do not change the path. Keep it as it is. That is the best way. Just hit enter. 1, 2, 3. Done. 3 times you have to hit enter, and then you will see this kind of an output. That means your public and a private key pair is generated by writing the command ssh-keygen. Okay, now whose identity is created, ma? Sender. And sender का नाम Ubuntu. So Ubuntu का identity create हुआ अभी, right? And that identity, you have two identities here. One is a public one and a private one. A public one will have a .pub extension. A private one will not have any extension. Okay. Yeah, so we have to take this file and read the contents of the file. So to read the contents of a file, the command is cat. So you can take the entire path like this and do cat space that path. Okay. Then I hit enter. Now you've got an identity that is created here. Okay. So copy this one. No, that's a private key now. That is, you want to see that one also? So if I don't put the .pub, it's a private key kada. See the private key అట్లా చూడండి. ప్రైవేట్ కి అలాగ ఉంటది, పబ్లిక్ కి అలాగ ఉంటది. అందుకే రెండు వేరు వేరు క్రియేట్ అయినాయి కదా. రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటే దానిలో మీనింగ్ ఏం కదా. సో ఇదేమో ప్రైవేట్ key. Now this is a private key. Private key is not to share with anybody. Only a public key only we can share, which is this one, a public key, and we have to share. But remember one thing, when you are copying this now, do not copy anything extra. Because spaces are also considered as characters in Linux. ఒక స్పేస్ కూడా ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ లాంటిదే లైనక్స్ లో కాబట్టి do not copy spaces, extras. Exactly what you want, that one only you select. I started from SSH, I ended up 241. Done. Now this is exactly what I want to give as my identity to the receiver. Now who is the receiver here? EC2-user. So let's go there. Now we are in the EC2-user here. Here, while you are in the tilde location of this user, make sure that you are in the tilde location of this particular user. Here you type ls space -al because we are looking for a hidden folder in this location. So we are running ls space -al, and you see .ssh here. That is the hidden folder. It will be present only in the tilde location of that particular user. If it is not there, create it. If it is there, use it. So I'm going into .ssh directory. Now I am inside the .ssh directory. You can confirm with the pwd command. Now I am in the /home/ec2user.ssh directory. I am here. So let me do ls-l. You see authorized _keys. So technically any authorized user will have this information like EC2 user, Ubuntu. उनके पास ये ऑलरेडी रहता. अगर नहीं रहा तो create. As you have created .ssh in the home directory, guys. सर ने बोला क्रिएट करो बोल के, अब किसी जगह से भी do not create it anywhere you want it. अब स्लैश होम में है, वहां पे क्रिएट कर देंगे। स्लैश रूट में है, वहां पे क्रिएट कर देंगे। डोंट डू दैट मा। while you are creating .ssh, make sure that here you only see tilde. Under the tilde, first you run ls space minus l. If you see .ssh, go into it. If you don't see .ssh, create it only in the tilde location. Okay. Now it's already there. I went into .ssh, then I did ls minus l. I see authorized keys. Now inside these authorized keys, I have to go. So I'm using nano for a better usage. Okay, you may use bi as per your convenience. I'm using nano authorized keys, nano space authorized keys, hit enter. So already one line is there in nano. Do not disturb it. Do not change it. Use your down arrow key to come down to the next line and enter one or two times to give some space to the older one and the newer one. Okay. Now I am pasting the content that I have selected earlier. Okay, it did not get selected, I guess. Oh, it's selected. I'm sorry. It pasted. But if you want to make sure that it is there, copy this one once again. Come here, right click. It's pasted. As it is a big line, it is showing the end part only. Done. After you pasting it, you do Control S. You have written those lines here. Control X, exit. Now connection between the sender and receiver is done. Then earlier we have tried this command of rsync, no? Okay. This command earlier got rejected. You could see here rsync minus a so and so. The same command. I have run it here again. Now this time I am expecting it to be successful. So I hit enter. Still showing error. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what is the issue there. So first of all, let's check cd space dot ssh. In this id underscore rsa dot pub is here. Let's do cat id underscore dot pub. That is the content. Yes. Not needed actually, but let's see. Let's do cat. Better. So you will have a here. This is the output, right? What we have pasted. Cross check if it is the same. It is not the same. You see, it's showing like that. Yeah. See that it did not copy it properly. Last time also this happened, right? Permission denied means the other user is not identifying who you are. Identification. First thing, see, నువ్వు వాళ్ళకి చెప్పినా కూడా వాళ్ళెవరో నువ్వు తెలీదు అని అంటున్నారంటే నువ్వు మళ్ళీ పరిచయం చేసుకుంటావు కదా. సేమ్ థింగ్. They are not able to identify you. As simple as that. They are not able to identify you. So let's go back into it and then delete whatever is there existing in that file. Then go to the insert mode again. Let's copy this one more time and paste it one more time. Now this time it copied properly, right? Copied properly. So let's do escape colon WQ. It saved. Let's check one more time this command. that we have run earlier. Up arrow will take you to the previous comments, you know that. So I have come here and then I hit enter. Now this time it did not give me any error. So identity was properly saved the second time. First time the identity was not properly saved, इसीलिए connection established नहीं हुआ. Second time I properly pasted the ID into the receiver end. I am able to send the file. So let's go there and check. I'm going to tilde here and then I do ls. You see Monday synchro has come here. Clear? Clear everybody? And if I do Monday synchro again, today is Monday is there. Yep. Now after it is connected, how many number of times you want to modify, you can modify. I'm modifying Windows Monday synchro again. Chudam. So second modification in the same file. Sorry. See, you only see now. So I'm running the same command again because the file is the same. Only the contents are modified into it. Is it successful? So I should check there. So 2 lines have come. Any problem in this? So if the file name is same, rsync, it is syncing the content of the same file on a remote connection. You got your answer? It can't save the server. అయింది కదా ఉంటుందా ఎక్కడ మీ దగ్గర ఇక్కడ సేవ్ అయింది కదా ఉంటుంది రేపు ఉంటుంది. Okay, so everybody clear about the process? Process clear? కాదు కాదు అంటే ఆ కనెక్షన్ అనేది ఎప్పటికీ ఉండదు. ఓన్లీ వన్ టైం ఇక్కడ నుంచి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వచ్చేసి అంతే అయిపోతుంది. గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఉబంటు యొక్క ఐడెంటిటీ EC2 యూజర్ కి తెలుసు కానీ EC2 యూజర్ ఐడెంటిటీ ఉబంటుకి తెలియదు కదా. సో అక్కడ నుంచి ఏమైనా ఫైల్స్ పంపించారు అనుకోండి, నేను ఇక్కడ EC2 యూజర్ ఫైల్ అని చెప్పి ఒక ఫైల్ రాశాను. ఇక్కడ EC2 యూజర్ ఫైల్ అని రాశాను కదా. సో ఈ ఫైల్ ని నేను ఇటు పంపించడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నాను ఇప్పుడు. సో rsync -a EC2 యూజర్ అనేది ఫైల్, ఆ ఫైల్ ని నేను ఇక్కడికి పంపిస్తున్నాను, రైట్? సో అప్పుడు ఇది కాపీ చేసుకొని దీన్ని మోడిఫై చేస్తాను. ఇక్కడ ఈ హైఫన్స్ ని తీసేసి డాట్ I want to make it as an IP address format. Okay, so after you make it as an IP address format, that color change would indicate that it is changed to the proper IP address. Now it's an IP address format. So if tilde is the location that you are interested in, that means which is this location. Here if I run this command, I should see EC2 hyphen user hyphen file, correct? So let me run this. For the first time it is running, it is asking me the question, do you want to continue? Yes or no? So I'm going to say yes, but it would reject. Now Ubuntu is rejecting. Ubuntu ki EC2 hyphen user or తెలియదు. Same process we have to repeat here. So again, generate the identity of EC2 hyphen user. So it is now, as this is EC2 hyphen user, the format it is choosing is RSA. Ubuntu 825519 వాడుతుంది. EC2-user RSA వాడుతుంది. No different. Okay. But in see 1, 2, 3 done. Identity is created here. These two are the identity. One is public and private. Public has a .pub extension. Private does not have any extension. So let me copy this path. I'll do cat space that path. Now hit enter. See, identity of this one is a big, little big. ED25519 లో just one line ఉంటుంది అంతే. In RSA it is a little big. Okay, but it is still a public key only because it has a .pub extension. Okay, I selected this one. I'll go to Ubuntu. And in the same delta location only, I have to run ls space -al. I see .ssh here. So I'll go into .ssh directory. Here I see authorized keys is there already here. So I'll go into that authorized keys. So already some content is there. Now we should not delete this content or modify that content. So you have to use end key on your keyboard, because in VI, if the down arrow you type now, the down arrow does not work. See, I'm typing down arrow. Nothing is happening there in VI. So either you can use your right arrow key, go word by word like this. Word by word you have to go. Control D. Control D కంటే కూడా మీ కీబోర్డ్ లో ఎండ్ అనే బటన్ ఉంటుంది. Everybody, Windows computer, everybody are using. So there is a key called end on your keyboard. So hit that end key. So that letter has come to K there. Okay, now you have come to the end of that paragraph. Then go to the insert mode by pressing the I. Then go right arrow. Then hit enter. So a little process is there. Okay, now here you paste it. Whatever you've copied from here, that I pasted here. Okay. So now escape Shift::WQ. First escape to come out of the insert mode, then Shift plus colon plus W and Q. Save, hit enter, connection is established. Now if I run the earlier command which I tried earlier here, this was the command, right? I tried earlier. I hit enter now. Now this time it did not give me any permission denied. That means if I go back here to tilde, because in tilde only I pasted it, I go to tilde and I do ls -l. You see, EC2-user file has come here, which was created by that user in that computer. From there, we have sent it to Ubuntu. So before you are sending files from one server to the other server, now this concept, guys, will be used multiple times in real time. First best use case scenario is taking backups. So every now and then you have to take backups of the developer's code. And that definitely will not be in the same server. You have to take a backup from one server where the developer code is there to a backup server where you are saving the code. So when you are sending files from one server to other server, that should happen over SSH. And to have over SSH, you need to generate the identity of the sender and give that identity to the receiver, and then use the rsync command to send files from the sender to the receiver. Clear? Everybody? Okay. అమ్మా ఇదేమ్మా సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్. ఫైల్స్ ని అయితే ఇలా చేసుకుంటాము. ఎంటైర్ సర్వర్ ని అని అంటే ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ లో చేస్తాము. ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ మాడ్యూల్స్ లలో ఈబిఎస్ అని ఉంటుంది, అప్పుడు చెప్తానండి. ఓకే. సో ఎవ్రీబడి క్లియర్ అబౌట్ హౌ టు రన్ కనెక్ట్ టు సర్వర్స్? Yep. So let me come out of this split mode, go back to single mode and do watch uptime. Okay. Now coming back to our Linux commands. Okay. So here you see a lot of files and folders. Correct. Now in these files and folders, there is a file called password. Correct. This is the password file and there are so many users in this password file. The better view is run the command pi this one. So here you will have a clear color differentiation, right? So root is the first user that got created. Root is the first user that got created. And there are other users here, so many users that got created. Okay. So Ubuntu was one user whom we can log in. You see /bin/bash. Only if you see /bin/bash, you can log in into them. If you see like no login or false like these, then you cannot log in into them. You can only log in into these. Now Jenkins is one user here. Ubuntu is one user here. And starting root is also one user here. Correct. Now you have seen this before also. If I want to filter one word from that file of etc password, what command do I use? grep is the command I use to filter the content. Okay. Now, can somebody give me the syntax using grep to filter a line where Ubuntu is present? ls minus l cat. Somebody tell pwd. Cat, you said? Who said cat? You said cat. You said cat. Nobody told. You did ls minus l. Who told cat? You said cat. Why did you say cat? Your answer is right. So command is cat, guys. Cat space password, because this cat password is filtering all the contents of the file of password. Now उसमें से अपने को filter करना था, right? So I'll use the pipeline. Then I'll write grep minus I. The word which I'm looking for is Ubuntu. The word which I'm looking for is Ubuntu. So I'll write Ubuntu like this. My wish. Because I am using minus I. Minus I किस लिए use करते हैं? To ignore the case sensitivity. To ignore the case sensitivity. And you get that line of Ubuntu, correct? Everybody clear about how to use grep? Everyone. Anybody have any doubt? Anybody has any doubt?